Alright, this is Big Boss from Foxhound Woods Ball, coming to you from Fort Lauderdale. And for my blog page over at outerheavenpaintball.blogspot.com. I'm also repping the guys from Acid Tactical, so you could check them out over at acidtactical.com. Anyway, it's been a bit since I did another gear review. I'm still doing some more content. I'm trying to catch up on content I was working on last year, but I've been also shopping around a bit for a new vest to replace one I use for my jungle operations, my Tiger Stripe loadout, because don't get me wrong, I like my old vest, but being a South Florida guy, mesh is the way to go for a tactical vest. Now, yes, even though in today's tactical paintball world, players are rolling the chest rigs, they're rolling a line 1, a line 2 type gear setup, they're going nuts over the plate carriers, but that also should be more mission dependent. Now, I decided to go old school. The vest you're seeing right here is the Valken Tango version 2, or just the Tango 2 modular tactical vest. Yes, this is made by Valken, and we're going to be taking a look at that. But first, a word from our friends and sponsors over at acidtactical.com. We'll be back right after this. Okay, we're back, and this is as plain Jane as you could fucking get. Look this bitch over to the back. As you can see, you've got enough Molly on here to really go crazy with. That's one of the cool things about this thing. This says everything you need and everything you don't, as far as building up, building down, if you want to streamline, low profile, anything like that. Now, I bought this vest off of ansgear.com, and for what it was worth, they actually carry the thing, and yeah, it was 2 days late from FedEx, but I'm blaming FedEx for shipping issues, not them, so there is that. Now, as I said, everything you need, everything you don't. Opening this best up, you've got no pockets internally on the front, so you don't exactly have the storage space for additional kit. And here, like small first aid kits, maps, stuff like that. If you know how to modify stuff and you know how to stitch in a pocket, go for it. This mesh is kind that you can get away with something like that if you know what you're doing. On the back, though, is where things get interesting. You've got the pocket here in the back for a hydration bladder, as well as a tie-down component for it, and a hole in the back to route your drinking tube out and through the D-rings on each side, or use the D-rings there, hook up with the carabiner for additional kit. You've also got an internal belt loop in here, right here, so that way you could actually throw one of their modular tactical belts, which is pretty much a paintball player pod pack, except it's bastardized as a Molly setup, if you know what I mean. I'm sure I could put a video in the article to explain this one better, but needless to say, it's pretty much like a back brace. If you guys work with stuff like heavy lifting and need something like that, you can actually run a back brace through this thing, which is a good thing. Now you got all around Molly, as I said. You got the Velcro up here that your name tapes, your tactical insignias if you need to. I am probably going to keep the Valken Tactical on here just for shits and giggles. The belt loops on here that they use for the belts, they will fit standard USGI pistol belts. So if you've got a pistol belt look that would have been used during like Vietnam, Desert Storm, well through the 90s or the early days of the global war on terrorism with the old Alice gear, then this belt will work on here. This is one of the things that was seen as a vast improvement over the original one. The second improvement that they did was they replaced the zipper with a 3-buckle system, so that way you can actually have it more to your liking if you need to just open 1 or 2 of the buckles to feel a little more comfortable in the field. However, this is something that is a good thing, but this is something where paintball companies on a whole fail at. Even though they have good product, or at least they know where to source good product for branding reasons, they do not sell anything like replacement hardware in bulk. It's like a replacement kit of like the buckles and stuff like that in the event that if a buckle breaks, you can easily replace that somehow. If the zipper fucks up, then you damn well better know how to stitch and know how to replace that damn thing. That's the reason why a vest like this is superior, because a little know-how, you could practically keep this thing running in the field for decades even. These clips break on you. If you know how to replace them, you definitely can. That's one of the things that something like this is good for. You can easily just cut these things out if you need to. You find replacement buckles online, like at Amazon, eBay, you can do that. And it's an easy 1-2, one and done type thing. Now, I ordered this thing in extra small to medium. So that means it expands from your little guys up to your middleweight type dudes, because I still wear a medium combat jacket, even though it's been a good 4 years since I gave up cigarettes. I put on some weight as a result of that, so I've been trying to burn it off, but at the same time, it's one of those things, it's like if I buy a vest that's enlarged, it'll be too big on me, and I'd have to tighten it up and cinch it down all the way. This one, trying to find that happy medium. Now, that being said, we're going to be setting this thing up, and to do that, I'm going to be stripping everything off of my old vest. This particular vest here, this vest is made by Tie Gear. I did a review on them years ago. I like this vest a lot, but this vest is made out of that 1000 Cordura nylon. This thing traps in body heat like crazy, and for those of us that play in the South Florida weather, we know what that's like to play in these type of conditions, and this vest traps in way too much body heat to the point where it will be considered a safety hazard by some guys. So I'm going to start stripping all the stuff off this vest, transferring it to this one. I'll show you how it's done. We'll be back right after this.
I almost forgot. Outer Heaven Paintball is now on Teesprings. Yes, that's right. I am now selling merchandise related for Outer Heaven Paintball, a mix of politically incorrect humor as well as funny paintball memes and stuff like that. My designs are continuously expanding every chance I get, so if you need something to show your love for my blog page, my YouTube channel, or just something that expresses your feelings about paintball and how you love the sport, check out teespring.com/outerheavenpaintball. Links will be in the description to this video, and don't forget to check it out, buy what you like, and keep checking back for more new products.
Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I got this thing fully set up, ready to go. However, I did have to make a little bit of a hard choice, because I like running my M203 over on some games and stuff like that, but I also like carrying my little utility pouch, which would have been sitting right here where the grenade pouches are, though I may use this pouch as an alternate if I'm not running 203 shells. Thing is, used to use this pouch for carrying CO2 tanks, maps, little odds and end admin stuff. Comms pouch is in a good place. Got D-rings on here too, so if I need to run my hydration lines, I can. Now, you guys know me. I'm a big fan of Rap 4, or today's Modern Combat Sports. I'm rocking their Tiger Stripe Fusion BDUs. I've got all Rap 4 pouches on this vest, so I know there are some guys that are completely brand loyal and are nuts for that kind of shit. So I will digress on that one. Though pouches on here for carrying paint, I'm using their T68 triple mag pouches, so I could run the 3 T68 20 round magazines in each one of these pouches without a problem. That gives me 12 mags total. I could run 3 AK type magazines in here, be it your 545s, your 762s, or even your 556 AK mags. I can run them in here without a problem. I can run a 75 to 100 round paintball pod in here without a problem as well. So I can actually use this entire setup for not just mag fed paintball, but hopper fed paintball, airsoft, or real steel shooting if I needed to. So that's why I like stuff like this. This is entirely versatile for this particular type of thing. Interesting thing with my IFAK here on the side, as you can see, managed to get it rigged up to the side, but I had to do it a little differently. The good thing is that the adjustment points on here for the sides, the adjustment points for the sides on here, as you can see, is that 1 inch wide nylon webbing, same kind that runs this entire vest. So it was pretty much an easy thing to figure out how to just run the IFAK pouch through the adjustment webbing here because I already have it adjusted to my particular body type, and I'm not going to be running body armor with my tiger stripe setup, so got that taken care of. This works pretty damn good on here. I will say that they could have been a little more generous on the molly webbing and put another row on here, but as it stands, it actually sits pretty good on the back of this vest. So got my hydration bladder carrier set up here with my air tank carrier, so that's taken care of. I could run this as a mini assault pack if I need to, or just carry 2 hydration bladders in here. Regardless, this vest is set up, it is good to go, and is breathable, thank God. So definitely something worth having, especially if you're playing in high humid conditions or high heat conditions. Now, when it comes down to an overall rating on this thing, I will have to give this 9 out of 10, and that's being very generous because this is a extra small to medium, but I will say I was able to fit almost all my pouches on here. Speaking of which, I had to use a Molly web belt adapter on this military pistol belt to get my pistol mag pouches on here. So other than that, everything is fitted quite well on here. That's probably the only thing I would say. This thing should have had a little more space for Molly attachments, have it be more of a one-size-fits-all deal with how it's done. Other than that, adjustment-wise is pretty good. So adjustment-wise, definitely 5 out of 5 for the body type. I would say versatility, I could strip this stuff down for low profile, very low profile. So, but as you can see, I've already got it set up for running magazines. I could put at least 2 140 round pods on each side of this vest, and I could have another 4 on the back. So firepower carry, you're definitely a solid 5 out of 5 on that regard. Other than that, this thing is definitely an overall 9 out of 10 or 4 out of 5. And with that being said, this concludes our look at the Valken Tango II tactical vest. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this around. If you guys want to read the written version of this, check out my blog page over at outerheavenpaintball.blogspot.com. You could find vests like this over at A&S Gear, where I bought it from. I do not have any kind of relationship with A&S Gear, but I'm happy to support them because they're carrying stuff that not even the companies themselves are carrying these days, which is a good thing. I just wish they carried more of it. Valken also has a good setup still on a lot of their stuff, so you could definitely check out Valken.com. It does suck they do not make this thing anymore or sell it, though I wish they did. If you guys want something like this, look for it over at A&S Gear. See if Valken's going to be bringing the stuff back in. And finally, if you need cool Molly accessories or any accessories for your paintball gun, airsoft gun, or your real steel firearms, go check out acidtactical.com. And remember, when the shit hits the fan and you've got to trust your gear with your life, ask yourself this one question: can your gear survive the acid test? Don't forget, Outer Heaven Paintball and Acid Tactical also have Teespring shops. Check those out when you can. And this is Big Boss, and I am out of here.